Hi, my name is Evan Morris, and today we're going to be going over how to maintain your car properly after you've gotten paint correction, conventional protection, and even a ceramic coating. One of the most important things you need to remember is to remove all the larger debris from the car with a good rinse to start your wash. One variance we suggest for our customers and that we do here is actually use a foam cannon to apply the soap to the car. The other option, if you don't have a foam cannon, is to have a second bucket to contain your soap. Okay guys, 2-bucket method. Why do we need the 2-bucket method? So the goal is to keep the maximum amount of dirt off the car and away from the car. So what we've got here is 2 buckets. We've got a rinse bucket with a nice grit guard in to keep the separation between the mitt and the dirt, right? So here we have our soap bucket. Now, if you don't have a foam cannon, this is a great alternative. We've got our soap in the bucket. We've got it foamed up nicely with our water. And this is where we will be dunking our mitt before we put it back onto the car. So to recap, what we have here, soap bucket, rinse bucket. Dunk your mitt in this to apply the soap to it. Mitt your panel off, horizontal strokes. Flip your mitt, do another panel. Then you've got a contaminated mitt. And then we're gonna rinse it off with a grit guard in the rinse bucket. Reapply soap, do it again. So if you don't have a foam cannon, this 2-bucket method is the way that you want to wash your car safely. What we do here, of course, is just pre-apply the soap to the car. Whether you have a coated wheel or not, this is a safe product to use. And what it does, it reacts with the iron and any of the brake particles that have fallen on this wheel. This wheel is pretty clean, so it may not have a reaction to it, but it is an all-around good product to use, degreasing and clear coat safe. After a few minutes and you're noticing the reaction of the product, you should be good to agitate gently with a wheel woolly. So after your application and agitation, the wheel is good to go for a rinse. Though some cars don't have a lot of buildup on the tire, a great product for removing the grime or dirt or anything that's accumulating there after a week or so of not washing is W2. And what we do is just give it a quick spray. And you can let it sit, but what I like to do is have a medium bristle brush and apply the product and just give it a quick scrub. And if you've got a white lighter tire or something like that, this product will brighten that right up for you. So I've got my foam cannon with about 1 inch of product in and the rest filled up with water. And this is a very efficient way to deliver the soap to the surface of the car. Now we're gonna foam. Okay, so one of the most important things to remember when washing your car, you spend all this time getting this paint perfect and protected. Let's keep it that way. So remembering to rinse your mitt after you wash a panel is key. What I'm gonna do is start top down. I'm gonna wash this panel, this section of car. Now, depending on soil level, you wanna have a variance of the size of panel that you're cleaning. So let's say this is a pretty dirty car, though it's not. We just washed a section. I'm gonna take this dirty side of the mitt, flip it over. I'm gonna use my clean side, and I'm gonna get this next panel. I use straight strokes because In the case that we do have marring incurred, they're going to be straight and less susceptible to being picked up as you walk by a car. You've all seen the cars with the swirls in them. Well, that's from circular motions or less than horizontal ones. So we always try to keep horizontal strokes, just a good practice, and it also keeps you from missing sections. So after using both sides of my mitt, I'm just going to dunk it in my clean rinse water here and agitate it on the bottom on the grit guard. And then we're back at it. Next panel it is. On more intricate areas, you want to focus in on those, of course. Make sure that your mitt is getting all in the crevices and tight little areas. Make sure you get those clean as well. One thing that you always want to keep in mind is if you've got a sunny day, a warm day, you do not want this soap drying on your car. So tackle smaller sections and then rinse them right after. So for instance, if it was a warm day in the middle of the summer, I'm going to do a quarter panel and rinse it off immediately. Whereas I could do half a car on this nice breezy sunless day. You're not going to be able to do that in a hot day. So now we're going to just do the rinse. We've had everything soaked, mitted, and now we just remove all the emulsified dirt and the soap. You want to use a lower PSI pressure washer and stay no closer than a foot and a half off the surface of the car to protect from any damage happening. Okay guys, so we got the car clean. Now we need to get the water off the car. So you can actually damage your car in the drying process. So what we like to do, and what we like to suggest, is blow the car dry as much as possible. Whether it's coated, which will be an easy process, or it's not, it's still gonna be helpful to get as much water off as possible. So you wanna make sure you have a super clean microfiber drying towel to get the rest of the water off the car. So when drying the car, you don't want to apply any pressure to the towel. The weight of the towel should be sufficient for soaking up any residual water. So the waffle weave drying towel is designed to be absorbent and it can hold a tremendous amount of water. I won't even have to wring this towel out before I finish this car. So when drying the car, you want to practice good towel control. So when you're doing your lower panels, it would be a travesty to pick up some dirt by dragging this on the ground. So go ahead and give it a couple folds when you're getting closer to the ground. And that way you've got a nice tidy surface without picking up any excess when you're getting close to the ground. So C2 is a great protection to boost your coating slickness or to add protection to a non-coated car. The way I apply it is a few sprays to a panel, out of the sun, of course, and then a quick wipe with a nice clean microfiber towel. At this point, if you've got a little bit of residual water from your wash, that is okay. That is not going to impair your process at all. Just make sure you have a nice, clean, crisp surface when you're done.